What's going on, everybody? This is Durell with your motivational moment. Today, I want to talk about character. I was talking with a friend of mine. Shout out to Carla in the GYSB movement, right? GYSB movement. Shout out to Carla. We were talking about character yesterday, and what you do and what you say and how you treat people all have a lot to do with your character. There's a list of things that a friend of mine sent me on Twitter. How you treat the custodian, the librarian, the cashier, and all that stuff have a lot to say about you. Because in my head, I would never want anybody to disrespect anybody that I care about, anybody that I know, a friend or an acquaintance or anything like that. I believe everybody should be treated with respect because everybody has some type of value. Period. Everybody has some type of value, period. And I believe that your character and your reputation kind of go hand in hand. And I want to make sure when my name comes up in a conversation that I'm nowhere around in the room, that my character is going to speak volumes for me when I'm not there, right? So I believe that how you treat people and the choices you make in regards to how you're going to treat people and how you're going to represent yourself and how you want yourself to be seen to the public eye, to the masses, right? That plays a part. That's your character, right? The first choice you make when you have to make a decision is normally your truest choice, right? So you want to be able to sit back at the end of the day and say, hey, I made the best decision I could, and I felt like wholeheartedly I was right, and my intentions were good. And that's what I'm standing on. That's where I'm at this point. And for my own self, I want my name to be received well. I want my when I have a family, I want my family's name, the Forte name, to be received well. I want them to speak highly of us, not being arrogant and not being I want to be praised, I want to pat on the back every time, but I want us to all be looked at as people that can be dependable. We're dependable people. We're responsible people. We're positive people. And I know we have days that we are not going to always be positive, right? Everybody had that Monday where you don't feel like being at work, or you don't feel like being positive, or you don't feel like giving somebody a compliment and because you know that they need it, but you feel like I've done this a billion times already. I don't feel like I need to keep telling you how I feel, but really at that point is when they really need it. And when you don't feel like it, that's when you really need to do it, because it's not just helping the person you're telling, it's helping you, because now you're getting off of the problem that you were so locked into, right? So, but that goes back into your character. So you want to make sure you are always making sure your character is received well. You are making the right decision, the most positive decision, the decision that's going to be at peace with you, the decision that's going to not so much go over well with everybody, because sometimes the truth hurts, and the truth is probably the best thing to say, but everybody don't want the truth. There's a thing that people want, comfortable lies rather than the uncomfortable truth. But I would rather be a seller of the truth rather than a seller of the opposite, right? So you want to make sure you are putting your best foot forward and doing the best you can to help other people grow as well as your own growth. So, and that goes back to your character, right? What do you do when nobody's looking? When nobody's around, how are you acting? What are you saying? What are you doing? Are you doing stuff to better yourself on all levels, the professional level, the friend level, the husband level, the boyfriend level, the girlfriend level, the uncle level, the aunt level, whatever level you want to apply this video to? You want to make sure you are bettering yourself and being a good role model for the people who are watching you, the ones that you know about, and more importantly, for the ones you don't know about, because people are watching. All the time. People are always watching. So make sure you always put your best foot forward. Make sure your character is something that is going to precede you when you're not around, that people want you. Man, I wish they were here so they could tell us about this, and this. You want to make sure you're in that category. You don't want to be in the category of, well, I'm glad they ain't here because I don't feel like having to fake it around them. And no, you don't want that. You want to be able to be well received. So that's the word for the day. Check your character, man. Make sure you're in good standings. And as always, man, act in love. Do the right thing because it needs to be done. This is Durell with your motivational moment.